Thank you, and thank you, listeners. If you enjoy us, follow us, check us out, drop us a rating and review there on the Spotify or Apple Podcasts, wherever you listen to your pods. And really help us with that algorithm that's holding us back, man. It's holding us by the shoulders.
That algorithm.
Let me go. Let me go. Let me go. And it won't let us go without.
Yeah.
That algorithm won't let us go without. Oh my God, I'm making myself.
We need a podcast network.
Yeah. That jacked me up, man. I need some water. Yesterday was the Mexican Independence Day, man. So, I think I'm a little sluggish. Don't go too hard on me.
Yeah.
I had a couple Cuba Libres last night.
Kind of like, does the celebrations like kind of like 4th of July in the United States? Like,
it's our Independence Day down here, man. Not to be confused, people, with Cinco de Mayo. All right.
Yeah, that's some kind of.
That is not the Mexican Independence Day. Cinco de Mayo is the Battle of Puebla. Puebla is east of Mexico City. It's an amazing city. Definitely go there and check it out. There's a pyramid there. It's the biggest pyramid in the world, but like in terms of like square meters, I think, or volume or something like its overall surface space, something like that. Check it out. Google it. I'm pretty darn sure it's the biggest pyramid, right? Like that we've discovered, at least in the world, man.
I believe.
And you used to be able to go inside it, dude. Like some Tomb Raider shit.
Really?
Yeah, like some Lara Croft fucking Tomb Raider shit. You can go inside the pyramid, and you actually like. Obviously, it's not like Lara Croft. I'm joking, but it's a touristic thing. I don't think you can do it anymore. You couldn't do it when I left university. I went to university over there. But you go into the pyramid, man, and you'd have to like duck down, you know, because these were like really small corridors inside the pyramid. And you'd go down little stairs, and then you'd go back up, and then you'd go this way, and you'd go that way. And dude, it's so cold inside there too. Like it just gets cold.
Yeah.
And you.
Are you on the ground?
About it, it's kind of gnarly, like because you're going through this mountain, like you're walking through it, you know, and it's they've got some infrastructure in there, but it's nothing like amazing. Like there could be more funding.
OSHA hasn't been there.
No. Yeah, or MOSHA, like, the Mexican version. But anyways, Independence Day. Had a great time last night. We watched the UFC fights. Alexa Grasso defended the title, defended her belt. It was a tie. So I could definitely see her opponent, Valentina Shevchenko, was probably pissed. You know, it's weird to get a tie in any sport, but like getting that tie, you know, like in the UFC defending your belt. Or trying to get the belt back, which was Valentina's case, and getting a tie, it's as if the fight never happened, but you're walking out with all this bruises and bloodied up lips and eyes. But you know, if you're the belt holder,
like closure, satisfaction. I guess
there's no closure, man.
The beef is still there?
Yeah, you know, like at least with the last Tennessee game you were telling me about. At least you had closure. Like they got to throw chingazos at the end of the game, right? They got to throw some blows. I guess you were telling me.
Keep the Hillbilly Championship title alive. Yeah. We are.
Just remind you boys what you're fighting for over here.
College football.
What was it?
You might catch a golf ball upside your head.
Oh man! But so
there's
something to that. Getting a tie
right before that, like a guy ran on the field.
Wait, say that again. I'm sorry.
A dude ran on the field like right before that. I forgot to tell you about just a drunk random Tennessee fan, and we're like it's at an away game.
Dude, that's risky. They played in Florida.
Yeah, in the swamp. Tennessee hasn't won there since 2003, dude. I was just
20 years
young, still had hope in my eyes, and 20 years, dude. Like that's a long time.
Dude, that's that's a young person's lifespan.
Yeah.
That's how long they've not that we're past our prime. We're not. We're certainly right in there.
Yeah.
But dude,
I don't know, man. I'm not sure. Like those women fighting, that scares the living crap out of me. I mean, I like to watch it, but just the fact that them women are out there somewhere, like, you know, I could cut one of them off in traffic or something, and get my arm, you know, pulled into a place I end up crying or something. And having to
no,
beg
dude,
them
and
to
I like,
stop
isn't there?
doing.
Aren't there some like crazy drugs down there too in Florida? Don't they got like something called like get the gator or something? Or I don't know. I've heard of them
There's
bath
something
salts
called
down there
trank
too.
or something. Like I keep seeing these
Trank.
videos of people that are they're standing up, but they're bent over at the same time. You know, kind of like you turned off data or something. He was just kind of slunched over. Yeah, there might be some of that trank going on, but
You never know on the field though.
But
might have like a trank fan running at you.
But you're saying
Trying to get the
UFC
ball.
fights were chicks that's chicks that were fighting last night.
Mm-hmm.
That know all that.
And Alexa Grasso is a Mexicana from Guadalajara. So there was a lot of pressure last night, you know. We were all out last night watching the fights.
God damn, it was like Independence Day at the same time.
Mm-hmm. Dude, that's pressure. Imagine that. I thought they were fighting in Mexico City too, but they were in Vegas. If they had been in Mexico City, the pressure would have been on a whole nother level.
God.
But anyways.
Wow. Yeah, well, that sounds fun. And so you're watching some football today, chilling.
I don't watch football. I used to watch the Chargers games a lot, but this season I haven't watched any football. Hey, let me welcome everyone real quick.
Yeah, lay it on.
Before we forget, welcome gamers, non-gamers, PvEers, PvPers, and even NPCs. This is the New Wave Gaming Podcast with Ovox and
Chuck Tomahawk.
The Chuck Tomahawk, the sharpest of hawks of Tamas. And no particular grand topic. Well, that would be a lie. We do have a couple of topics, but we're just winging it today.
Festival,
I'm barely hanging on to the saddle over here. I'm barely hanging on. So
you got 5 legs on that chair, 5 wheels on that thing, or 4?
Yeah, there's 5 in a spring-loaded thing back here, just in case I fly backwards. It'll bounce me right back up.
You ever seen a four one that just has 4 legs, like from back in the day when I was a kid? You can take a header like you would never believe in that thing. Like you get them legs just right. Like you need that 5th leg like you don't know. Like if you get those legs kind of basically squared up, shoulder length apart, and lean way the fuck forward, I mean, you're going right over, dude. I saw a dude do it at the Forest Service. We had a bunch of old chairs laying around. For some reason, yeah. I mean, you're just like, what the fuck happened to you, dude? Like, yeah.
But all chairs have 4 legs.
I'm talking like a chair that's on wheels.
Oh, like the one you're on?
Yeah.
I'm on a bar stool, dude. I'm suffering over here.
Man, you're
just
doing
wait till you
barstool sports.
Dude, I'm going to... You know what? I'm going to send you a picture of this setup. And listeners, this just puts into perspective how much we love you, how much we want to share these moments with you and these podcast experiences, dude. Like the dedication here is on a whole nother level. Like, just wait till you see this, Chuck, and then you can, maybe you could describe it. How the New Wave Gaming Podcast, part of it, half of it's set up.
You got to document the origin story, dude. When we're in a big studio with a big neon sign behind you and shit, like you want to say this is where we came from,
right? It's important to document these.
This is like,
if there's anything out there, listeners, fellow gamers, that would warrant maybe a like, a rating, or a review, please. Let this be the
Ovox is coming out of Detroit, 8 Mile.
Pescadero. Ocho Mia.
Barrio.
All right. There you go. Look at that setup, Chuck. Look at this. I'll post it on the Facebook page, listeners, so you can just get a first view of this thing.
Great day. Is that guy
cardboard?
Got a gun?
What? No.
That was
There's
for
no guns down here.
Dramatic effect. Yeah. Oh, you got the light though. That looks pretty hopeful.
But basically, what is that? Like, would that be described as an IKEA lamp thing?
I have to say though, dude.
Tell them how I stacked it up there. Tell them how
neat and organized though, folks. It looks like some anal retentive person has come in and organized everything. but it is makeshift. I will say, like there's been some, making do with what you got and making it happen.
Well, what do we got though? I want him to. You're not really saying much.
I'm not sure what I'm looking at. I see a towel that looks like it's being used as a monitor, like possibly.
No, I'm using. All right, I didn't want to have to describe this myself.
I was a metric ton of Folgers coffee. I'm just now.
I took 3 Folgers gallons and stacked them on top of each other, and then put the lamp on top of the Folgers, the stacked Folgers tower. It's like effectively a tower at that point, so that the light could be high enough to hang over, which is providing this beautiful luminance on my face here. I look decent.
You do.
And I'm using cardboard boxes from the Starlink kit that arrived and put towels hanging over them to create a, to reduce the echo.
Echo.
And, and then there's the bar stool. There's that.
Solid. Coffee maker, though. That looks pretty sharp.
Yeah. Oh, I got to have that close. But what's important, quality mic, quality co-host.
Quality content.
And a laptop that works. And you can... Boom, man. Then all of a sudden you're on Spotify.
A miracle happens. Dude, that lamp kind of reminded me of E.T.'s finger, which also reminds me of like how long was y'all going to hold on to them aliens down there in Mexico before you let us know about them? I mean, what's going on there?
I haven't heard any new alien news down here.
Didn't they bust some out at Congress there in Mexico the other day or something?
Dude, I've been missing a bunch of shit.
Good
it sounds
Lord,
like.
How much did you celebrate Independence?
I've just been gaming and celebrating, man.
Haven't you just recently been jumping on me because I'm not excited enough about the new aliens? And I feel like literally they just unboxed some like alien bodies in the Mexican Congress.
In the Congress? Like they were in there?
Absolutely, yes.
Dude, how come this hasn't been on Facebook or anything?
Really?
This just makes me want to play No Man's Sky.
Makes me wonder what kind of
Don't
fake
forget
news I'm watching. I probably should quit watching my news on TikTok.
I don't think you should even have TikTok on your phone.
Deleting it right now.
I don't know why you had that. The China spies are what, and they're not helping us much. It's not like we're getting listeners from. Well, maybe we are. I don't know.
Dude, I'm pro Chinese. When they come take over, I'm opening up like a restaurant where I cook American food for them, like kind of like we do, Like get some lawn chairs and shit and cook them hamburgers and hot dogs and stuff. Yeah. Yep. No, man. I don't know. I don't think they're. Are they monitoring me through TikTok?
It's not just monitoring your phone and what you're doing on there, but they monitor. Well, allegedly, they monitor like your typing patterns, your what you type into other apps. Like if you read the terms of service and everything, it's far beyond like the whole argument, I don't have anything to hide anyways, that goes out the window. Cuz it's like deep penetration of your behaviors, purchases, allegedly. But anywho, but dude, at the same time though, those videos of our gaming podcast that you were uploading, man, they're getting some love.
I probably should tell you this now. Like when I do upload those, there's like a thing that comes up and says like, do you know Ovox? And like I answered it okay, and then it was like, can we monitor his stuff? And
dude, they already are, man. They already are, dude.
It wouldn't let me upload it until I hit okay. So
it's the deep state.
I hope you're okay with that.
It's okay.
Well, dang, man. Yeah, I don't know a ton about it, but yeah, they did unbox some aliens there that looked a lot like E.T. And
man, you just reminded me of that E.T. game. God damn, that was a fucking failure.
I saw a tutorial on the other day, like this guy
on the
showed
E.T.
how
game?
to play it. Yeah, yeah. He had like there's some stuff going on up in the top of the screen that you don't realize that kind of tells you when you're in the area, and like at the end, those scientists keep coming out, and you've got to like get. like uploaded before they come along, and he kind of explained
Yeah.
like there's a few different modes like to it. He said it was misunderstood, like that if people knew how to play it, they would probably have enjoyed it more. But,
That's a hard one to pitch. I mean, I'll have to
It
check.
was E.T., dude. I mean, we loved E.T. back in them days. Like Drew Barrymore was in there. I had a crush on her.
know, dude.
E.T.,
So did
like,
I
he
had a
was so
crush
cute.
on teenage Drew Barrymore. You had a crush on the. She was a young. She was very young at that point, right? Obviously,
So
we're talking about having an innocent crush here, right? Not like some creepy.
We were the same age. Like Drew Barrymore and I are the same age, so it's
dude.
perfect. It's a no creepy, no creeper.
No creep effector, no creeper effect, effector. Yeah. Oh man, I had a moment too of a crush on her. Have you ever had a crush on a gaming chick, like a girl in gaming, not a streamer, but like an actual like gamer chick, like
was
like
that
the
one
chick from
chick-
Street Fighter?
Wasn't there that one chick like Bella
Chun-Li?
something that ended up making porn and like I want to say her name was like something Bella Delphine or something. I may be
No,
getting
but
that
that's a
wrong.
streamer though. I'm talking about an actual video game character,
Oh,
like
Lara
Chun-Li
Croft or something?
Lara
Okay.
Croft. What would be another good example? I mean, there's
Like
millions.
the chicks that danced. I remember the chicks on the poles in the Duke Nukem, in the strip club in Duke Nukem, like kind of getting chubby over that. Like, for sure.
Yeah, baby. Oh my gosh, dude, I remember that. Or every now and then you'd find like a
Poster
naughty
for it.
poster. Yeah.
Yeah, I like those. Yeah, you've done.
I definitely had a crush on Lara Croft from the original Tomb Raider games, like way back in the day. I had a crush also on Sonya Blade from Mortal Kombat. Mortal Kombat.
It's tough for a chick in a video game. I saw this thing the other day, like how how it's like the armor, like it's always like the man character goes up there and it's like, what do you select for your reward? And he's like breastplate, and it's like this big chunky ass thing, and he puts it on.
Yeah.
And he's like, yeah, and
Yeah.
like the chick comes up and she's like, I'll take a breastplate as well, and it's like just a leather bra,
like a super sick ass bra made of like some crazy metal that's unpenetrable, but everything else is like all right. Okay. Don't
Here's
shoot
your
here.
belly button ring.
Gamer chick crushes. Come on, Chuck, you got to have another one for me. There's got to be something else there. It sucks when you get put on the spot in moments like this. Sometimes there's millions of answers, but like the RAM.
I don't know that there are millions of answers. I think that comes up a lot. Like chicks complain about this.
I'm the weirdo then.
Like chicks complain that there's just not enough protagonists, the main characters that are female.
Like Lara Croft. I see what you're saying. Yeah. What about the chick from Forbidden West? Horizon Forbidden West. What's that? Remember that one? It's like a really recent game. Zero. Fuck.
That sounds like the poor man's Red Dead Redemption or something.
Horizon Forbidden West. Oh no, I got it. Yeah, Horizon Forbidden West. This girl, dude. She's a cutie, man. Redhead. Is she flying around on a pterodactyl? That's badass. There we go. Let me see if you can. You see that?
Okay.
Are you able to
She's
see that?
a bowman.
Bow woman.
A bow woman, a bow person.
Jesus, dude. Hold on. Did you see that? Already? Yeah. Yeah, there we go.
Can't see it pretty good.
But
Her
anyways,
head looks
she's cute.
disproportionately big for her body, though. I don't know if you can work with that.
Dude, my head is disproportionately big for my body.
Think of your kids then. Heed. He's got a pillow, a giant pillow. He's going home to cry himself to sleep on. Looks like an orange on a toothpick.
Definitely the case for me.
Well, so So you hadn't been watching much football. I did send you that one article about. Did you see the article I sent you about the dude that, like, when he applied to be a college football coach, like his big, like, resume thing that he put on there was that he had a wealth of Madden experience.
Dude, it seemed like that was the bulk of his resume. Like, there wasn't actually anything else on there because
he was like a systems engineer.
A systems engineer at a big company. Do you have the article there? Let me bring it. Oh, I don't have. Maybe I can bring it up
Christopher
real quick.
McComas has a dream. He wants to take the University of North Dakota Sioux football team to a national championship game, and he'll accept no more than 0 losses along the way.
Go, brother, go.
And he made a PowerPoint that like showed like his strategy, like because
How many slides?
I would say 15 to 20, and like you know how like here a while back we talked about in racing, like how that like there's like certain things you could employ in the video game that you can't, but it actually got done in real life. Kind of like
like the
guy
NASCAR
Diamond,
dude?
yeah, the NASCAR thing. It's like he kind of bounced it off the wall, like people have learned to do in video games. Well, there is something to this because most people that play Madden, like if I went on Madden right now and like tried to play online multiplayer, like the person I play against is they're never going to punt, and they're always going to onside kick. Like it's kind of like people don't do that in regular football. But like he's basically saying that he's going to employ that there. Like, the video game tactics. And there's also like an NCAA football game that he's played a bunch. And like it actually has like a recruiting part and like, you kind of build up a college program in it. So he's also touting his expertise on that. And it's like,
fuck, dude, I got the article. So just listeners, this is from 2013, so this is about 10 years ago. Doesn't matter though, it's still awesome. But yeah, Chuck, I could swear, dude, I saw that it said just how many slides, and it was like a crazy number of slides. Like he really, like this all may seem like a joke and fun and games, but this guy, like, it looks like McComas really took it seriously.
Yeah.
Like he really like applied his Madden knowledge to try and get this job. I wonder if he had any success.
Email to the university athletic director.
Hold on, I want to read some of this from the. Let's see. Oh yeah, here we go. My football philosophy is basically an attacking one. We're going to give air raid a whole new definition. Theoretically, how many times do you think a team can pass in a game? Challenge accepted. We're going 5 wide, chucking the pigskin all over the place. Never punt. Onside every time. Chip Kelly will be calling me to learn my offense. Go ahead and blow the roof off and add about 35,000 seats to this place. That's so much confidence, man.
It is.
Chuck
like
the pigskin. Never punt. Onside every time. That's and if you go to his his first slide. His first slide. My plan.
Read it, please.
It's a very basic slide, everyone. It's green. It's very basic, and in big, bold Arial letters, it says, my plan. 1, recruit great players. 2, all right, I'm not going to number them off, but there's 4. I'm going to say this. My plan, recruit great players. Win a lot of games. Recruit more great players. Win more games.
Solid.
That's all it says. It ends right there.
He does not punt. Punting is for communists and false prophets. Also, all of his players.
Does it say that?
Yeah.
Does it say that?
It says all of his players would graduate unless they're being drafted, leaving early to go to the NFL.
Oh yeah. If they leave early, it's because they've already been drafted by the NFL. Dude, the second slide. My coaching philosophy. Chuck the pigskin. Fourth down? Question mark? Chuck the pigskin. Onside kick, never punt. Blitz every down, attacking defense. Buddy Ryan style. We will win a lot of football games. Actually, all of them. We will graduate our players. We will graduate our players. Well, not really, because they all be leaving early for the NFL. Well, not really. I love that. Well, not really. And then he adds a couple of clips from, oh my God, dude, and they're all Hail Marys, dude.
Yeah, with just the receivers running straight. Like
there's one every wide receiver. It says Hail Mary trips, Hail Mary trio. Fuck, dude. Legend, dude. This guy's a legend. I wonder if he had any success. Like, even if they responded, if they had him over for a meeting. Obviously, I don't think they actually. Do you know if they actually hired him?
I don't. This actually just recently came to me, like on like a TikTok video, and so I sort of looked into it some more, and that's where I kind of found like a, more like written style article. But I don't know. I know for a fact he did not get hired. I don't know if they gave him some kind of props. I think it did make some kind of paper or something, though. I think I've seen this article like in a local paper or something. So yeah, it makes me wonder though. Like, do you think we'll ever get to the place like where video game like prowess like actually translates into real life? And
well, we already have.
I guess we have, haven't we?
I mean, dude, the guy freaking bounced his NASCAR, multi-$1,000 vehicle off the fucking wall to skid ahead and catch the win or succeed in the race. I don't remember the details, but I remember that he did a video game trick that happened to work, pulled it off, and was successful. Where if he had not done that, sorry for interrupting, if he had not done that, he would have not been successful. That's what I remember. It's
true. It's very true. I just wondered, like, even outside of sports, like more like a normal job, like could we ever, receive some?
Yeah, in the military. I mean, I know that's not a quote. It's not a normal job, but in the military there are normal jobs, and then there are more, obviously, war-based, like flying drones, dude. Like all those, not all, but I bet a lot of those drone pilots started up with video games.
Dude, they actually have a video game that trains soldiers too. And now that I think about it, this was probably like I want to say 2004 or so that I was living out in New Mexico in a trailer with like 5 roommates that was provided by the Forest Service, and one of the kids had been in the Army, and he had a video game that. Like, I don't know if you remember, like, some of the first versions of Battlefield, like, you didn't actually fire a gun. Like, you were, like, kind of like the squad leader, and you directed, like, the other guys, and there would be this fog of war kind of effect that would kick in and shit. And I remember...
Are you talking about the Commando game?
No, I don't remember the name of it, to be honest with you. I want to say something like Warfighter or something, Advanced Warfighter.
What decade are we talking?
2004, 2003.
Okay, no, it wasn't. Okay.
And there was this kid, Daniel, at the time that he was one of my other roommates that worked there, and he had that. Like he had done just a very brief stint in the Army, like basically done his 2 years or whatever, and gotten out and came to the Forest Service, and he had a video game that was like a training tool that they had given him in the.
Interesting.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, but let's see what else. There's got to be other industries or something like that where gaming has crossed over, but and it doesn't matter. I mean,
I don't want to make video games a job by any means, but when I look at the time that we've put into Ark and some of those games, like, it sure would be nice to, like, like
That's why we're doing this, so that hopefully, like we can talk about something that we love, that we're passionate about, dump hours into it, and that hopefully can cause entertainment or joy for other people that are gaming. That way, we're also doing something for other fellow gamers. Even. Be it a small listenership or a huge listenership, hopefully someday, like all you out there listening, we love sharing all this with you guys and gals, and we enjoy it a lot too. I mean, we've had a couple of episodes where we didn't have everything lined up, but it turned out to be a really good episode at the end. And then there's been episodes where we've had everything kind of prepared and it didn't do that well, and then there's even been times when we haven't recorded, but for the most part, it's fun. I enjoy it because we were doing it anyways while gaming, while playing Ark, dude. Literally while playing Ark, we were just shooting the shit the whole time, talking about random bullshit, and it was like, you know what? Let's just add a mic to this situation.
It's true. It's true.
And I don't remember the last episode where we actually did a deep dive into something from the past like we usually did.
Yeah.
We might have to do another one of those episodes.
We built the foundation there and we rocked on. This is the ascension. Dude, I think this is it. Like one of the best things of gaming, that we're doing this, and I think I'd mentioned to you that podcast I was listening to there with that John Vervecki. Like he said some things about conversation, like reciprocal opening, like how it kind of elevates both people, and it made me so excited about podcasting, how we can kind of do that with each other and our listeners, kind of talk about what these things mean to us and grow, actually create ourselves from it, a part of our identity. Yeah, I understand why people thirst for that right now. How, there's tons of new podcasts I think coming out, and I'm excited that we've kind of got to jump on that, and it's but I do think when I open up my Ark and I see that 2,000 hours down there, I'm like, well, I could learn to play the piano, or all these things.
What could you know with 2,000 hours of practice?
Yeah, and I don't necessarily regret it, but I would love for those skills to, be able to show up on my resume a little more. I mean, obviously it's good for this and that kind of thing, but yeah.
Maybe if you were reapplying for the Forest Service, you could tell them, I've got 2,000 hours in Ark, so shit hits the fan. We're surviving.
You need a plan.
I'll tame that fucking wildebeest. I'll tame that fucking bear over there. Don't worry about it. Give me some honey. Fucking grizzly comes out of the forest, throws you across the field. Oh, I thought this isn't like in the video games.
Well, I even got I feel like Ark, we've got our complaints about it and we're worried about the future and things like that. But I will say, just from what we've done so far, it's been pretty impactful. Not to harp on that podcast too much, but when that dude asked him this question about trying to find meaning and if you have that in your life, and he said what would you want to exist even if you don't, and what difference do you make to that thing now? And I kind of wanted to apply that to video games in some way, and I thought to myself, what video game would I want to see continue into the future even after I'm gone? And or not necessarily gone, but maybe even after you've given up, maybe moved on from gaming, let's say, hypothetically. It could be.
Until you're gone in some form or fashion.
It could be going off the server. We've got a base sitting there right now that, I think is
decaying. There's no way it's still there.
I went back and fixed it up some. Our friends put a bubble over it to protect it for a while, and I think in that sense, but I'm also talking about after we've lived our natural lives or whatever, and I do think that would have to be Ark for me. And when I ask that question of what difference do I make to that game now, that's a tough one. I feel like I've really just been in the training stages or whatever, but I thought about maybe I could create a series where I do things that have never been done in ARC before, like, like just because they never have or whatever. Like no one's ever assembled 47 like of these dinos and fought 47 other ones like just like it or whatever.
Oh, dude, I see what you're saying. Like that particular concept is already out there. I'll send you some of those videos.
Yeah,
and the guys, have you seen that channel already? Where the guys, like his whole channel's I don't know if it's a guy, it might be a gal. Their channel is solely based on fighting ARC dinos, and it became a very successful channel.
Yeah, I guess
something like that you should
do something that, like, if it was a popular YouTube video, like, and a lot of the players ended up using it to do something, like, you would make a difference to that game. Like it's going back to that question, like I say, of like what difference do I make to that now? Like I've been a supporter and a player, and I've recommended it to people.
You should start a channel called The Architect. And just build crazy shit that no one else is building, dude. And if you wanna have like a worker be on the channel, you could employ me, dude. I'll be your slave.
Quality control.
No. I mean, like, no. It would be this is your project, but I could be like your slave, dude. Like I could get all the shit for you while you build, like, like, all right, we got. Slave Boy Ovox is gonna go harvest some more, whatever, and then we're gonna build this. I don't know. I'm just.
Yeah,
talking
no,
ass here,
I'm with you. I think.
Do it, man.
I honestly, I think the whole theme of it is just, if there was some way, especially maybe even as like because I think the last few times we've played as New Wave Gaming, if we could make our mark on it somehow, like make a difference to it somehow.
The only way you could make a difference to it, man. And for that to remain and to be there, sorry, I get a little excited and scoot away from the mic. Yeah. Is for you to create content around it. Mm-hmm. That's the only way, because otherwise, what was the question again about meaning?
It's a two-part question. It's a two-part question. It says what in this world, but we're applying this to video games. What video game would you like to see still exist, even if you don't? And what difference do you make to that game now? Okay.
So the only way you could make a difference to the game now is by creating content around it, in my opinion. Because then you aren't going to make a difference to Snail Games. You already did. You bought the game, and that's all they care about is your money. You're not going to make a difference to Wildcard, but you can make a difference to our fellow our fellow survivors out there by way of providing some sort of help or entertainment.
An inspiration,
which you're kind of already doing. Like, I mean, that one of those last episodes, we talked a lot about. We've talked a lot about ARC in general on this fucking podcast, man. Mm-hmm. It just comes up. It's hard. I'll actively think in my brain, like, not gonna bring up ARC. Not gonna bring up ARC. Everyone's tired of hearing about ARC. Everyone's tired of hearing about ARC. And ARC comes up, man. So
I honestly, dude, like since I've been away from it just a little bit lately, I almost view it like some addiction or something. Like it'd be like when I think about doing another playthrough, it'd be about like me saying, hey, I think I want to start smoking again.
Like, oh, wasn't able to keep the bottle away. Like,
it's like,
oh, he fell off the wagon again. The Raptors pulled him off the wagon. Yep.
And I can't say anything's entertained me as much, but like I swear, man, that is like crack. Like, and I can think of numbers of times that I was not in control over how long I was playing. Even when I said I wasn't going to let that happen anymore, it's happened more. And like even when I was sitting there not worried about it anymore, like I got messages from our friends that are like, your shit's dying, like, and it's like I felt
all your shit's starving, and you feel like as if they were actual real living creatures.
Yeah, it's just like I'm trying to play some NASCAR, man.
Oh Oh shit! Yeah, you're coming around. You know, the final lap. You're coming around the second to last corner, and you get a message from
up in the
Mickey
right-hand
Dick
corner,
that
the
says, "Hey
screen,
man, your gigas are starving." Fuck. Bam! You run into the side of the wall, lose the race.
Well, it just feels like poor taste because like I've read like in the Discord on the server, like I think if you're gonna abandon, you should probably take it all down, like open up the spot for other people and those kind of things. Like I guess there are ways of leaving, and I don't know that when I signed off, I thought like I'm not coming back tomorrow. It just happens one day, like
Yeah.
yeah.
Well, and we also like not to rehash it, like, and I don't think we should, but we also like lost a boss fight, and it was kind of like, all right, let's take. I don't think we verbalized it, but it was like, this is gonna turn into a break.
Ark won that one. I think like if we had a chalkboard, we could put one for Ark.
Yeah.
like next to those other two that it just had gotten.
Yeah. We're on a real losing streak here.
Yeah, and not always on our own fault. Like, it did crash on us like a mug that one time with all our goods,
Yeah. Oh, man, I can see the fucking Independence Day in my face, man. Ugh.
Dude, I think my dog's celebrating Independence Day on the floor over here. What are you doing, dude? Get it together.
Pull yourself together.
We're doing a podcast here. Yeah, but
man,
well, so
gosh.
what have you been playing? Any games lately between the celebration?
Dude, I have, because of that, I've just been needing. I've been on this long stretch of trying to find meaning. Now that you mention it, like with gaming, man. So I've been all over the place, but right now I've been playing Ghost of Tsushima, which because they remastered it. Well, they didn't remaster it, but they released a PlayStation 5 version, and I had played it a little bit on the PlayStation 4, and to be honest, I kind of forgot that I had it and that I hadn't finished it. And that game is insane, dude. It's so freaking cool, dude. The graphics are amazing. The story, it's like, it's got one of the better stories. Like, I haven't played a video game that felt like I was in a movie in a while, and that one's got one hell of a story. In fact, I think they're gonna make a series about it somewhere. I saw about Ghost of Tsushima, like a movie or a short,
something like that.
Yeah. So I've been playing that. It's real fun. It's a great, slasher sword type of game. It's pretty sick, dude. The graphics are insane. I've told you about it before, but on the PS5, it's a whole nother level.
I think I looked at it once. I was going to, maybe download it or something. There was some kind of hiccup in it, or like you had to buy it or something. But
you're talking about the multiplayer thing. Yeah. The multiplayer came out for free, but you have to have the base game, and we didn't have that. I remember that too.
Yeah.
I've also been playing.
Excuse me, 1 second. Sorry, listeners.
Come on, Lila. Yeah.
Over here, she's got a little toy that looks just like.
I'm just kidding.
Say hi. Go sit down, please. Okay.
Right. What a cutie.
Yeah, she's awesome.
Dude, I can't remember. This is how jacked up I am right now. I can't remember for the life of me what other games I've been playing. Oh, I've been playing a bunch of No Man's Sky.
Oh.
Man, you know why? Because I wish I could explore outer space, to be perfectly honest with you. But that's real dangerous, and we don't have the technology yet. So all I can do is No Man's Sky.
It's funny. I like what you said about searching for meaning in there. I saw a video, a guy was talking the other day of how almost like where games are released like unfinished, and how we've talked about before, like how you don't have an actual physical game anymore. And he was kind of talking about like he went and showed like his older games, how he had them all sitting on the thing there, and he said, at any time I can go grab this and it's there and it's going to work. And he also was kind of pointing out that like now, like if say we're trying to have that experience, say 10 years from now, like we're nostalgically looking back at, the first Ark or whatever, we won't be able, like we don't have that. Dude, there's no way in hell we'll ever get that shit to work. Like, you know,
Well, what do you mean? I mean, get what to work?
the game, like you have to download it, and then you have to keep all these patches going and stuff. So
Oh,
if like
fuck
you
yeah,
were
dude,
isolated from that, like you wouldn't be able to. But you know, in the same way that you could take, you know, pre that time period type game, PlayStation 2 type games, or you know, Super Nintendo games, like you know, there can be some hiccups with the system or whatever because it's old or something. But you know,
That world is over, brother. That world is over.
he's saying something about like, you know, the temporariness and how like it never really totally existed, like that even when it came out it wasn't finished, and like you constantly have to patch it, like sort of took something away.
Dude, it's just like life, man. It's like our existence, dude. It's gonna go away, and we just have to keep patching it.
Yeah.
You know, it's. Dude, you're not helping with my search for meaning here. You're
There's
actually
something
making the hole a
unsettling
lot
about
deeper.
Well, here's a project for you. Like I want
You got to have an internet connection. That's really what it comes down to. Like even and you can speak to this probably better than a lot of people because you still like to have hard copies. But even if you have a hard copy, they still make you download it.
It's true.
It's nuts, dude.
It's not a fix for
fucking
it anymore.
stupid.
It has to be the pre that time period. Like
Yeah. And I feel for people that still buy hard copies and have to. It's like, well, then why the hell did you even create the hard copy? If you're
Seems a
going to make
waste
these
of
poor people
resources.
download all that shit. You're filling up the memory. Your memory's getting like, you're stoked on memory now, Chuck. You've got that memory bank, but you know, for even still, you have to use up that memory. So like, why create physical CDs or whatever, you know? So,
yeah, and even if like in some future place you've still got your PS5 and that cartridge, that thing you go to put it in, like maybe there'll be some support for that in the future, but most likely not. Like it you know, and once it hasn't received them patches or like it's done.
And the patches aren't going to be linked or to fix anything on the CD that you got on the physical game because again, the physical game was for nothing, was for no sirve para nada because you had to download it.
That's true.
You had to download it. The CD is
true.
at least
very true.
Unless there's something I'm missing, and this is the PlayStation experience. I can't speak for Xbox. I don't know how Xbox works in that stuff, but with PS, I remember I got the PS4. I was pumped. I was stoked. And somebody sold me Battlefield 1. Awesome game. If you haven't played it, play it. It's amazing. The graphics are insane for a 2016 game, I think. And I realized, I was like, okay, sweet. I'm just going to put this CD in and I'm going to play. That you know, just got the PS4, Superstar. Let's go. Hey, vámonos, recio. No, man, and I didn't have an internet connection at that moment where I was, and it says, you know, you have to download the game. It's like, why do I have to download the game? It's right here in my hand, and that was where my eyes were open, brother. And my eyes were opened, and I saw the light. It wasn't a good light though; it was a blinding light.
I held on for a few more years, but I eventually got to a place like where I don't like want that now. Like I don't want a hard copy, you know, because of exactly what you just mentioned. So it.
I remember when you were holding on there, and we had discussions about it. And you're like, yeah, man, but you can't hold yours in your hand.
Yeah. I mean, it's kind of what I'm talking about. You know, like the tangible sort of meaning kind of thing. But. That's the way the developers take advantage of us, man. Of us old geezers. They're like, these guys still want physical copies. Let's throw a couple thousand. They're gonna buy them. No, I'm just playing. But that's a weird one. Where are we at? I have a question for you. I think we have a little bit of time left here.
We got 10 minutes, man.
So why does this not exist? Retro online multiplayer. Like, why can you and I not, like, because today when I was kind of thinking about football, like, I immediately thought of the years of Tecmo Bowl and how they made Bo Jackson unstoppable in that game, like, and how just ridiculous that is. It's even been on Family Guy. And, like, I thought, how cool would it be if we could find some emulator somewhere, like, where we could actually play each other in Tecmo Bowl, and, like, that don't exist, but it seems like it should be pretty damn easy to make. Like, it's...
Are you sure there's nothing out there like that?
Not that I know of.
I kind of see what you're saying, though. Like, why can't we have more platforms where 2 people or 3 people or more multiplayer can go online and play these retro? I think we can, dude. There's got to be something on the PlayStation or some sort of a retro bundle where you can buy these things. There's got to be, Chuck.
Xbox
I don't
had
think
that rare game. Like, I've seen it, like, where there's versions for it. They had that rare games, CD that had Battletoads and stuff on it, but there was no multiplayer. Like, I've never saw it like multiplayer, and I'm not saying like that doesn't exist somewhere.
Okay.
But I would love for us to, like 2-player co-op Contra or
Blitz, NFL Blitz.
Yeah,
back before Madden. Remember the Blitz game where
I would love to play the Metal Slug game, dude. I saw this, like, I obviously missed that. Some guy was doing like a cosplay of that was cool as shit the other day, man. He had like he started out with a pistol and he had like a bigger gun like set up, and
the heavy machine gun.
You just have to see it. Like he had it really weird. Like how when he was facing one way, he looked like someone else, and then when he turned sideways, he looked like that Metal Slug guy.
Whoa.
Yeah, it was interesting as hell.
A little cosplay with a little illusion there too.
Yeah,
they call it
exactly.
The dos por uno.
And then he came up and it was like heavy machine gun, and like it popped up into his hand, and like it was interesting.
Oh wow.
Yeah,
wow.
But games like that, like
he wasn't fooling around with his cosplay.
It was good. It was really good. It was you really introduced me to that, and it was immediately recognizable. Like, I don't have a ton of background, but as soon as I heard him say like heavy machine gun, I was like, oh yeah,
Metal Slug. Yeah. Dude, speaking of cosplay, I don't think we should dive into it this episode because we're gonna be wrapping it up here soon. But dude, I'm going to the freaking cosplay paradise, bro. I'm going happy to announce I'm going to Japan, motherfuckers. Gamers Paradise.
Fuck yeah, dude. That's exciting, man.
Been standing most my life trying to get to the Gamers Paradise. That was a horrible attempt at...
Wow. Yeah. So like, what originally motivated you to go there?
Man, I've been wanting to go to Japan my whole life since I can remember, and it's a bunch of stuff, gaming included. I mean, there's something just so mysterious about Japan. I think it's part of the fact that they were never actually conquered or you know what I mean? Like, they were never colonized by any foreign entities, so they always maintained their true essence as a country and a culture. Mongols never pulled it off. No one else ever, colonized there, really. They kicked out a bunch of... I mean, it goes back into history, right? And then I've always had kind of like I don't know what the right wording is, but I've always just been really fascinated by the whole samurai thing, and all of their martial arts and the culture around the martial arts there. Especially as someone that likes jiu-jitsu, Brazilian jiu-jitsu came from Japan. It just kind of migrated over to Brazil. A bunch of jiu-jitsu senseis and masters were making their way over to the Americas, and teaching all that stuff. So that's where that, So
also, is that because of that, part of your trip? Like, are you going to get to see some?
No, not so much. It's not going to be. I mean, I'll probably find my way over to a school to do some training, maybe. But no, I mean, this. I've always wanted to go. I saved up for this, and I'm gonna pack all of the whole time. I'm gonna be focusing on, going here, going there, experiencing this, experiencing that. And that's maybe maybe next episode we can chat about it and dive into that, because there are some gamer paradise like locales and locations in Japan. Obviously, dude. I mean, number one, Akihabara. Ooh.
I don't know much about it. I mean, I always like, know the companies and things like the major, things that have came from Japan. But as far as like, what you would be available to experience there, like experiences, like places to visit and things like that, I don't know.
Dude, I want to talk about it now, but I'm going to resist. Because it's going to eat up a whole episode, I think, just us just chit-chatting about it. And this is from the perspective of pre-going there. So, we can just use our imaginations and whatever, because you've never been to Japan, have you?
Hell no.
No, you haven't been to Japan. So, yeah, so we can just shoot the shit and have a great time, because I've done so much investigation on, like, Japan just to be as ready as I can, that I could definitely talk about some stuff that I'm excited to check out. Obviously around gaming and all that. But dude, between the gaming and the anime and cosplay and all that, it's just gonna be paradise, bro. I'm just gonna, yeah, dude. Fuck. All right, I'm gonna keep my mouth shut. Where are we at, Chuck?
Yeah, that is exciting.
We're right around the hour. It's gotta be. We're at 55. 55.
Yeah. Well, yeah. I feel like we've covered everything. I mainly like I say, I brought that football article up, and I had really been impacted by it. I've been listening to some like that John Vervanke. He's got some stuff online as well, like a 50-part series that's free on YouTube, and he's been on Lex Friedman before, and yeah, it's fun to kind of apply that to gaming. And I'm kind of the same way, that like I feel like I've gone back a little bit to my roots, like of gaming, because you can tell how art kind of dominates our discussions a lot. It's kind of like when you're playing that, man. There's not a lot of time for much else, and the responsibilities of it. So it's been fun for me to kind of. I've been still playing the NASCAR game, and that's mainly been it. Like I'm kind of like going as far as I can go with that, but I still want to like play some sports games. I feel like the Madden and that kind of stuff, I've been away for a long time. I'd probably be pretty rusty on that. So I'm not sure I'm ready to apply for a coaching job just yet.
Well, there's plenty of sports games, man. There's tons out there, all the way from the Maddens and the NBA games, or whatever. Hockey. There's hunting. They're all out there.
The new FIFA, we covered like when
FIFA?
that kind of fell apart. Like, and so when the next men's World Cup, I think is when we'll see the, wherever FIFA's backing goes. But that EA football club game is recent 24, I think, is coming out real soon.
Nice.
But it's kind of not. It doesn't have FIFA anymore, like as a backing. So.
Ni modo, cabrón.
It'll be a little different, but yeah.
Lo siento.
Definitely, yeah.
Lo siento, güey.
Yeah, well, happy Mexican independence, and I think, I think I'm gonna maybe do a little gaming this evening and chill. It's really rainy here, so.
Oh, cool, man. I mean, myself as well. If you see me on and you want to do something multiplayer, send me a mensaje, cabrón.
All right, man.
Or a invitación. Hey,
right.
Dude, Chuck, thanks, man. Thank you, and thank you, listeners. If you enjoy us, follow us, check us out. Drop us a rating and review there on the Spotify or Apple Podcasts, wherever you listen to your pods. And really help us with that algorithm that's holding us back, man. It's holding us by the shoulders.
That algorithm.
Let me go! Let me go! Let me go! And it won't let us go without.
Yeah.
That algorithm won't let us go without. Oh my God! I'm making myself.
We need a
choke.
podcast network.
That jacked me up, man. I need some water. But yeah, without your love and support, fellow gamers, it's hard to get out there. So definitely, you can find us pretty much on all of the social media with the little @ symbol and then NWG podcast @ NWG podcast. Am I forgetting anything, Chuck? No, that's pretty much it.
Hope everybody has a good couple weeks, and hopefully we'll see you soon.
Oh, and I'll post I'll post the article that Chuck was talking about on our Facebook page and maybe on the Instagram if it lets us. Oh no, it doesn't let you share links on Instagram. We'll get it on the Facebook, and maybe I'll copy it in the show notes, maybe if I remember. And thanks again. Fucking love you guys and shit.
All right. Peace.